Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cecilia from Scientist Plans. It's been a long time since I posted my last video, but before 2025 ends, I wanted to come back and just give an update of what I actually used this year and what are my plans for the next year. I know I probably have ended the last video talking about plotters and hobonichiweeks. Those are the planners that I used and kind of the systems that worked for me in the past years, and I've been just repeating them. So just to make it short, the plans for 2025 were again to use the Hobonichi as a planner and as a journal, but because Hobonichi had a different paper this year, I didn't really click a lot with the paper. The paper didn't work with my fountain pens and my inks. I'm being careful in saying this way because there was just a lot of inconsistency throughout the planners. Some people were very lucky and got planners that had okay paper. They didn't notice any difference. And others were like me, very unlucky, and got planners that the paper was just not, not working. So I've been in and out of this Hobonichi through the entire year because I'm used to the format. I like how the layout is, and I've noticed that some pages would be okay, others would not work at all, even with gel pens, and also sometimes parts of the pages would be different. Like, don't even try to understand. So when the year started and I realized that I wouldn't be able to use this fully like I did in previous years, I relied a lot on my plotters. So the plotter mini, or also the pocket size, because this is a 6 rings, was really the one that I was using a lot in the beginning of the year, just because it's very small, it's portable. I like things that are small and cute for some reason, even though you will struggle sometimes with having a lot of space to write your notes, or depending what you're using for. In my case, it's a lot of planning, to-do lists, and brainstorming, like ideas. I don't journal normally on my planners. I prefer to have a separate book for journaling, but I do write whatever comes in the day, and I don't want to forget, just to take it out of my mind. But I also like carrying something small. So it's very, I don't make it easy to find a good system, but I really love the plotter. I love the paper that they offer with their inserts. And also, even if you don't have the perfect layout for you, you can buy from printable shops. You can also try to make your own. You can just cut some paper you like the quality. So there are some ways to go around. So I started then the year relying a lot on my pocket, but obviously for the reasons of having enough space, I would grab more my pocket when I had like a busy weekend, or I didn't have a whole lot to write on my planner, or I have tasks that would take a lot of my day, so I didn't have to be writing a lot. And actually, I really rely a lot on iCal lately for work, because I just have my laptop open in the lab, and then I could just, type it on my iCal what was to do. I have there the meetings anyways, all the alarms and things. So things kind of had to adapt. And here I'm just talking after the fact, okay? Because this year I was like unsatisfied because I couldn't really use the planner that I've been using since 2019. So now I'm kind of like telling you how I survived with all the paper crisis. But I had fun, actually. So in the middle of the year, a bit, I think it was around June, I realized that I could use this, but it wouldn't work for every week. Sometimes I really needed to write a little more. And then I decided to get the narrow. The narrow size is kind of similar to a Hobonichiweeks, but not exactly the same size. But I thought like, okay, I know I like this size. It's rectangular, a little long, but not too small. So I'll try the narrow. So I just got the narrow, and I got the inserts. I think it was around June or so, but I transferred some of the monthlies just to see how I was feeling about the space. Obviously, it's much more space than what I was getting from the mini 6, from the pocket size. So I was pretty happy with it. I transferred my things, and then I think I started using for real around July. So see here, I have some more washi tapes, and it was basically just tracking events and work things and important things, and I could decorate it, use stickers. So nothing really changed. It was just my style on a different planner, because this is exactly the way that I needed to work for me. And then when it comes to the weeklies, it was actually working fine too. I had a first moment where I didn't really love that the right page on the plotter insert had those lines so that you will carry the same day over. The hobonichiweeks doesn't have the lines here, so it looks very much like a free space. You do whatever you want, and often I use it as a, let me put this week, as a running to-do list. So when it came to this one that had the lines, at first it was a bit of a big change for me. Although if you look at it, you'd be like, oh, it's not a big deal, you know, just if you want a big list, you just ignore the lines. But I mean, when you like specific things and details, even just a little bolder line, because it's not even that bold, you know, the colors here are very subtle, which is another thing that I love. But just this was bothering me. But then, you know, over time I got used to it. I have here everything that is timed, so appointments, meeting, doctor's appointments, school things for my son. Here I have work, most of my work stuff, and here I have personal or little notes that I want to leave it if I want to journal later or whatever, but not related to work. So I got this as appointment, work, and personal. And it really worked for a long time. I had the, where is it? Maybe I remember for him. But I was using a lot of notes to write more things. And I have those to-do lists for projects. So I have here some sort of color code. And I really like it. I like that the size is similar to the hobonichiweeks, but I could have a bit more structure and different pages. And I'm talking in the past because in the past weeks I have been using my hobonichiweeks more, but I really love the narrow size. And I feel like whenever I have this need for more structure pages and different layouts, I could use the narrow size. And when I don't feel like as many specialized pages or different pages will be needed, I have the hobonichiweeks. I also had some trackers, and I'm very thankful for Wise Coffee Break. Go check her shop. She made the tracker and the size for the narrow, which I love because I have this tracker also on my mini size. And this is basically how I've been using. I have it set up with the pocket. Now you see there's not a lot of things in here because I already moved stuff around. So once the year start ending now, I think it was towards end of October or so, I kind of just wanted to have like a simple book with me. I didn't have as much tasks to track in number of tasks. Like my tasks again moved to be like a task that would take an entire day. So I could be back to having this much space, and I was using just like either a ballpoint or a gel pen. So I wasn't using as much of my fountain pens that work really nicely on the plotter paper as well. So I moved back to the weeks. So I've been doing this through the entire year. There are pages that I try to use here. So I set up my week, and then I see that the paper is not good, and then I give up on this week or for a month, and I move to the plotter. So I've been like back and forth here. You'll see it's not, I haven't been consistent here at all, which is a bit of annoying because then now for 2025, I have all my, you see here is empty. This is the one of the pages that I didn't like. But basically I have a lot of my information separated in different books. I don't enjoy that. So that's why in the end of the year, I was like, you know what? I'll try maybe just to put some ballpoint or try to see one gel pen that is very thin, that is not gonna be a problem if the next year Hobonichi has this bad paper again, because it's so easy to have just this with your information or the mega, like this is the regular weeks, but and then that's why I move back to it, because now what I have I'll show. So when you look at the Sorry, this video is all over the place, but I haven't been filming for so long that organization now is just like, woof. Maybe on next videos, I'll be on my game again. Like, try to follow me, please. So what I'm talking about now, because even I find myself lost on my, yapping, is that I have information spread into 3 planners that I don't like it, and I want to explain why. So I have some of them is here. Some of them was done in the plotter, so in the mini. So I'm gonna show you what the pages in the mini look like and why I love it. So this is very tiny here. I have this little calendar from Plan with B. This is actually a freebie, and it's lovely. And I used it last year. She have it this year like this with the moon and stars, and she has it for next year as well. You print them all once, cut them, and I just keep it close to my insert. So, and then I change over time. I have this same washi tape the entire year. This washi tape is from Milk Tea Dani. Is one of my favorite shops. It's Everything is Blue and Celestial. Absolutely love her shop. I'm gonna link it below if you want to check it out. She's on Germany, but her shipping is very fair and arrives really fast. I mean, I'm in Canada, but I suppose to US will be same. And also she's super nice and makes very cute things. So then here I have the monthlies. Let me show you the monthlies. I didn't start really in December, start in January. What I like about using my mini 6 is that I make it cute. So I put like washi tapes every month just to decorate the month. And then they are very like season-y. Let's say like winter. I try to play around a bit with what the month brings. So I have here just like most important things of the month. Sorry, I have so many pages on this. That's why I'm flipping a bit carefully so I don't rip my pages off. And this is something about these little rings. Like this is 11 millimeter, but it's okay. You can, if you have like thin paper, it can fit a lot. So you see, this is how I use my monthly. I really like it. I think it's cute. I write small, so I managed to put enough stuff here. And then, so this is this month. When it comes to the weeklies, something that happens here, I don't know how to explain it. I don't often keep that same layout that I do in the narrow. I mean, I always have the appointments, to-dos, but sometimes I don't use this for to-dos. And I'm going to show you. Sometimes I use this for journaling. I kind of write a bit of what happened in the day. And then if I'm in the mood to journal a bit more, I can. You see, like here as well. I don't know. I just like to do this way. And then this is something that I had stopped for a while, but then I came back, which is to cut down the pages from the Moleskine Daily, the pocket, and just put it here. Like this, I have a lot more space for little to-dos and notes and things like this. I really like this. I mean, it is some time. You're gonna have to sit down and cut those pages and punch them. But I often do like buy chunks of 4 months and then I just keep them. Maybe this next Christmas break, I'll try to do an entire year at once. But I really love it because then you have a lot of extra pages here. So if you just want to grab this and use this as your main planner, you totally can. And this is what I've been doing. When I feel like I just need something little, I use this. If I need more space, I jump to this. And if I am missing this, which often happens, I move to this. But it's a mess. What it creates information everywhere. So because the rings are fairly small, as you've seen, you have to be like removing pages and adding pages. Now what I have here is like I have all the monthlies, so 12 months. I keep around 3 months of the weeklies and 3 months of the dailies. And then I have one folder here that I'm not going to open. I have a lot of personal things in here. Basically, I have health trackers. I have doctor's appointment notes, health notes, contacts, and like some other things on this journal here. This is more personal. And here at the end, I have a pocket with some stickers. Whoops. And some more stickers here. So it's, I mean, it fits a lot. It doesn't look like, but it fits a lot. So you have to be removing the pages and adding the pages back. And the pages live here. So this is from Frankly Coven. And I have it since 2022, as you can see, up to now. And here they are. I'm using this elastic from Hobonichi. just to keep it close. And then but you see, like, you can fit a lot in here. And then I put just this tabs here to mark the year. And then I have all the inserts here. To be fair, I didn't come back here to see any of those pages, so I wonder why I'm keeping them. Why I'm keeping them. I'm keeping them because I cannot trash them. I look at them and I think they're cute, so I don't want to trash them. But I think what this is telling me is that maybe I don't need to keep it for that long, but I'll have to work on it so that I'm fine letting it go. But yeah, so this is how I am, like, keeping the pages from last year. I know you guys love to say archive. I'm archiving. Anyway, so this is how I keep the pages, but they live here. I never look back on them, so I think at one point I have to let it go. It doesn't matter, you know, it's lived, it's in the past, and it's occupying space. This is what I have to think about, but right now I have to work on it. And then when it comes to the narrow, but actually I wasn't really using the narrow before, so I haven't transferred my narrow pages just yet. No, I have. Okay, but it's not this file, it's not this one. The narrow I cut here, but I have the ones from the time that I was using the personal. So I have here the inserts from personal size, and I put those tabs from Traveler's Notebook. This is what I have here. I don't know where the other one is for me to show it to you. It will be good if I have it, but I don't know what it is, where it is. But basically I bought this, this came in a 3-pack from Amazon, and I just cut it a bit narrower so that it will be more of the narrow size, and then I transfer the pages to another one. So I have 2 of this filled. So again, so you make this on a shelf. It's not a lot, but you know, it's paper, so I don't know, I have to think about it and maybe trash it, to be fair. But I do like to keep my hobonichiweeks, and the hobonichiweeks, I do go back to it. So this is the thing, in rings, because those are loose leaves, I never flip them, I never go to them and see what happened. But in my hobonichiweeks, I grab them all the time. Even my son goes to the shelf and picks them up because he knows that in the past, like last year, I was using another hobonichiweeks as a journal, and I have a lot of pictures, and it's more cutesy, you know, there's a lot of colors. I put stickers, I put labels, photos of the family, so he likes to open up and see the photos there and try to read what I write. Try, because my handwriting is small. Sometimes my family suffers to read what I'm writing. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, so for next year then, I obviously got exactly the same thing. So I got the hobonichiweeks. I'll try to take it from under the pile of things that I want to show. So I got 2 hobonichis. I got one that will be hopefully my journal again, and so this is a regular size. I just put this cute frog sticker here from Funi. I will tag her shop below. It's a Canadian shop that I really love, and this is a mega navy, obviously, for planner. So this will be planner, this will be journal, and I will use the mini probably on and off for things that I like, weekends, when I have road trips, travel, things like this. I don't know, for some reason I don't like take my hobonichiweeks when I'm traveling. I really don't. I think I'm afraid to lose it because they're so precious to me that I take my plotter. I've obviously not loved to lose my plotter, but I don't know, for some reason I don't travel with those, but I'm fine traveling with the plotter. Also, this fits on any bag. It fits on my belt bag or anything. It's much smaller, so that's also a more reasonable reason. So those are the 2 hobonichis that I got. This cute onigiri paper is from Milk Tea Dani again, the one from the beautiful washi tape. And I think I'm going for onigiri theme because I will show my trackers and what I use my trackers for, but I'm not sure I'll be able to set all my trackers here or if I want to. So I got this little booklet from Sterling Ink. It's a monthly, just a monthly, but there is, you get a lot more pages in the beginning. This goal setting, I'm not sure, a goal breakdown, sorry. I'm not sure big goals. Yeah, it could be goals, be like projects, like family projects. This would be more for my personal stuff, healthy, family, home, vacations, those things that I couldn't really figure out how to put everything on my notes pages of the Hobonichi. I know you can set up the pages on the back, but I don't like doing that. I don't like setting up pages. I don't love the way that my handwriting looks like when I'm setting up things. Yeah, I don't like it. I know there's a lot of videos of people that do amazing, beautiful job, but I don't know. I don't like when I do it. I think I don't love my handwriting, that's all. So I have this yearly view that I will track some health stuff, but the thing that I like a lot is the quarterly. So you have the 4 quarters, and I will have some of the health things that I'm tracking. And here the priorities, I'm gonna put like, yeah, it could be the priorities of the month, whatever. But here we have like a main to-do list or reminder for the family. I often have this like, what do we have going on in January, what we have to do, February, March, and so on. So that would be nice to have this. And for the monthly, actually, because this is what I will be carrying with me every day, I want just to come to the monthly and write a little thing about the day that I could journal later. Sometimes I do forget, like, because I don't journal every day. I journal like on weekends sometimes I even skip, and I would journal every other weekend. So if I don't have a picture of it on my phone to trigger my memory, sometimes a little hard. But there are things that happen. There are things to be grateful for. There are things that I observe, things that I could talk about, or just like write and let it out on my system. So I want to put like a blurb in every day, and this is something that I could quickly do at work. You know, I often have little breaks, so I could just carry both with me and I'll be good to go, like just these two. And then yeah, so those are the plans for the Hobonichi. So I also got the inserts for the plotter, obviously. So I got the monthly and the weekly. I got them from Amazon Japan, actually. So I got for the mini 6, and I also got for the narrow. I'm not sure how much of the narrow I'll be using, if I'm happy with the paper of the hobonichiweeks. So I'll have to see how that's gonna go. But it could possibly be that I'll miss the narrow. Who knows? So I like to give myself some options. I already have the cover that I bought this year. These inserts cost, I don't know, not even $10 each. So they were very cheap on Amazon Japan. So that's why I always buy them in advance from there. And after, I mean, they sell out. It's really difficult after to get them. So I just decided to have it. So what are the plans here? So for my hobonichiweeks pages, I haven't used these pages because, well, I've been in and out of this planner, right? I wasn't consistent this year. It was a nightmare. So, and this reflects on the trackers. So I got this comment long time ago from someone here on YouTube that told me to use the past year. Well, I'm pointing here because on the 2026, it will be the 25 here, right? This is the actual year, and then you're gonna have the past year. Will be to mark down your appointments. So like this, you know, when was the last time you went to a dentist, to your family doctor, to whatever. If you guys want to track car revision, winter tires, whatever you have to do annually, this will be a nice place to put it so that it reminds you, okay, by this time of the year, I had this appointment, so maybe it's time to do again. So this is what I want to use the past for. Normally on this page, I put the school holidays and days that there are no school. So I mark just the days like this, I have an idea. And then obviously month by month, I would update on my monthly view because like 21st, so we didn't have school. So it was a great day to get pediatrician appointment, dentist appointment, all those things because it was in school anyways, and I took the day off for it. So so that's what these 2 pages will be used. I'm not sure what I'll be using here. I could just leave it blank, not a big deal. This is the page that I really love and I haven't used as much. It would give me some pain. So in the past, I have used this page for my mood tracker, and that's what I thought I would be doing. So I was using like the dot markers here and it just draw like the little faces. But well, because it wasn't here as much, it was a bit hard to track because then I had to remember what my mood was and come back to the desk and grab the markers and do it. So it didn't work. But I'm tracking my cycle, which is what is in red anyway, so that's working. But I want to give you, to show you exactly how I did. So this was the first time that I did a mood tracker. This was in 2020. And I like just have a couple mild liners and I would highlight. And then in the end, I even did like a little graph. And then after I switched to the dot markers, it was my friend Nora at Dr. Alva Plans that gifted me. They still work. This is 2023 and I have another one here to show. 2021, so let's see 2021 first. So she gifted me, you see, for all these years and they still work very nicely. So I have here the mood tracker and I wrote sometimes some steps, but I didn't keep it up, as you can see with the steps, but I definitely tracked the mood and it was great because I could observe how my mood changes depending on the situation and also depending on the weather, actually. So that was great to do. I kept it in 2023 as well. Again, here. And I also had here some birthdays. So those are the names there are on the side. So what I'm planning for next year for this page will be to actually only have my cycle and headache. So this is something that I often, when I go to my family doctor, that I get asked, and also my neurologist, because I have an eye/brain condition that affects my vision, and one of the things that I need to pay attention to is my headache, and I have to rule out that my headache's related to my period. So that's why I want to put here. And what I think I'm gonna do in those lines here was actually something I got from Little Coco Studio, about writing notes about your day so that you understand some of the health features that you are tracking. She's not using in this page, actually. She drew her ear on another page, but I'm gonna use here and I'm gonna put here the highlights. So let's see, there is a day that I'm very stressed because of something, or I was sick, or something happened like this. I can understand if I have an outlier of a lot of headache or not, or just it is what it is. But I want to put here just like little things, so I can put the date, just like the number of the day and whatever happened. I am positive I can write on this little in this small space here. So this is what this one will be for, and yeah, and I'm excited for it. So when it comes to the monthly, this is what I was saying that I could be tracking on the Sterling ink insert, but I'm not sure if I will get used to not having this, because now I'm so used to quickly marking things down here that I can see maybe what are the things that I'll be tracking here, what will be the things that I'll be tracking there, maybe something that are a bit more personal and I don't want it appearing on this page that I often have it open at work. Not that everybody's gonna come look at my planner, but sometimes I like to show, like I'm showing now, or post just for the sake of sharing and exchanging ideas with you. Maybe there are a couple of things that I could keep it apart. So I don't know. If not, I'll just put it here and that insert won't be much of a use. So I have also to look at that insert as a test, as a little experiment, right? So this is how I do my monthly, and I'll keep same. I ended up keeping this space here for each week as my priority of the week, and if the thing was done, I cross it off. I never cross off my to-dos just because after I cannot look back and read what I mean, you can if you make the effort to, but again, I cannot be straining my eyes as much because of my little eye thingy. But in this case here, I'm fine, because basically I just write this week, I have to get this done. I have to get this done. And if it's done, I cross and I don't even care. It's okay if I don't read it, it's done, out of my mind. But if I don't do it, then I can still read it, and then I have to figure out when I have to do it. So I keep this tracker here. Important things, I mark the days that I have weekend shift with a little sticker so that they like really pop out and I don't forget about them. But yeah, you can see here the months that I wasn't using because of the paper, and that's okay. So yeah, so this is how I'm gonna keep it. But the important thing for me with the weeks will be to have the second weeks for journaling. This is so important. I love journaling my hobonichiweeks, and I want to show you a couple pages. So this is how I was journaling here. I had photos. I could use like stickers and things from packaging, or I don't know, mail from friends and little things. I have a lot of stickers, so I won't be shy of stickers here, but I was using different colors in my fountain pens. I absolutely love it. So here, another example of it. Here I'm writing just to show which colors I was using. I don't have as much fountain pens that I inked right now because, well, I'm journaling, but I'm not journaling as much. And I really love, now looking back at this page, I was so happy doing this. I really like it. I thought it would be too much work, but as you can see here, sometimes I just ignore the days and I just go and I write whatever I need. Sometimes I really follow the days, like on this week, more or less, and others it's just a space, and I just talk about it. So I really like this, especially because of the photos. So it really is not just a journal, but it's more of a memory keeper, and I absolutely like it, and I have to use it. So another thing that I like to track on the planner that I have been doing for the past years, this one is from 2024, so last year, is to track the media that I'm watching or consuming. So I have here the little color code for it. So I track the series, reality shows, documentaries, trials. I got into watching trials. Films, cartoons, some of them I started writing in Portuguese. Cartoons, some novellas, and the time that I went to the movies. I just went once. I thought it would be more, but I just went once. And then I just write them here. And I don't know, I just like, I don't come back often to this page, but I kind of enjoy seeing how much what I am watching and what type of media I'm watching. I'm doing the same this year, so let me just go to this page here. I have to update because I watch a couple more things and I haven't put it yet, but again, I'm doing this again and I kind of like it. I'm sure there's a bit more that I missed because of the back and forth that I'm doing here, but I'm really enjoying. And when it comes to the notes pages, I've just been writing whatever, it's not a big deal. Sometimes I hate the page because of the paper, but hopefully that's not next year's problem. I already kind of tested the paper for next year and it seems to be okay. I tested multiple pages, like I went to the notes pages. I also went to the last month, because when you get to the monthlies, let me see if I can show here. I'm just being careful because I don't want to show pictures of my family. But you get the next year and you go all the way to March. So I wrote a bunch in March too, and it seems to be fine. So hopefully it will be okay and I will be able to journal again on my Hobonichi. This is really what I like. Lastly, I get questions often about the pens. I'm not a pen expert, although I've been using pens and fountain pens for a couple of years now, but it's not really, I don't know, I'm not that knowledgeable, so I'm just going to share what I like. Disclaimer, I write very small and I love very thin nibs. So everything here is extra fine, needle point, 0.38, all those little things. So I have been using a lot my vanishing points lately. The vanishing point is love and hate relationship, and now I think I'm in the love phase again. I think because, well, first of all, the nib is really thin, so if you get it extra fine, it will be as extra as it can be when you compare it to other pens. I'll say Sailor is also pretty fine, but I have some extra fine sailors that are not as thin as this one. But another thing that I like is that when you're writing in it, at least my finger will never touch the nib. So I won't have my fingers, my hand, like getting dirty of ink as often as compared to other pens that have the nib a bit out. Let me show you what I mean. So this is another one of, I would say those pens are my favorites together with Freebie and a Sailor maybe. Okay, all right, so a lot of favorite pens, but those are the ones that I carry with me. So when you write with those pens, you will be, okay, let me just put that up. You see, you have it here so fast, sometimes my finger will come and touch here, and then I'll have like ink everywhere. Obviously, yeah, it's not a big deal, you can just go and wash, but to be fair, kind of sometimes it's annoying to have to be cleaning every time, and it happens a lot with me. Maybe it doesn't happen to you, I don't know, but to me it does. And so that won't happen as much with a vanishing point. Also, I like because it's a clicker, so it's easy. You don't have to, like, you know, scroll, unscroll, and scroll, do this thing with the cap. And I have two, well, surprise, surprise, they're blue. In this one, I have more of a light blue. I think I have a test here. Here, this is the ink that I have. It's more of a, it's the Wearing Well. I think it's this way that we say it. It's the Dorothy. Is this one here. But this one is in a Sailor. So it's a bit thicker compared to the Vanishing Point. And in this one, it's quite dark, actually. I don't think I cleaned. So this has the Dorothy. And this one has the Diamine Denim, but I think it's not properly clean because it's writing now very dark, because before I had the black ink here. So I think it's finishing and I have to wash and put it again. Here it looks more of a dark blue. Yeah, so it's a black blue that I want to have black blue and a light blue. Those are the two pens that I have, but I'm not using as much because of this annoying paper. But sometimes when I feel like the paper is good, then I grab those and I use it. So yeah, so I used my vanishing points. Well, I have a cream corrector, eraser from Muji, and this is the Big Star. I've been using this pen forever. It's an Energel body. The pen is the 0.38 Energel 2, but in blue black. This body here is very comfortable to writing, so I really love it. So I bought a pack of the refill, like a 10 pack from the refill from Amazon Japan too. Like this, I have tons of it. And then I have mechanical pencil, because when I do my weeklies, let me get to the weekly, I draw this line here. So when you look at you have these 3 dots, so I draw a line here like this. I have my appointments here and to-dos here. So I have the pencil, and I have the Hobonichi pen in case, again, the page is not super, even the gel pen is not working. I use a ballpoint, and also this is the one that I use at work more often. I have this little stencil ruler from Hobonichi. I was using this more here on the plotter because I was drawing some squares for trackers, but I still keep it in case I just want to underline the date on my notes pages. And I have like the bigger ruler also from Hobonichi. I'm not using as much this clip. I think it's more for decoration now. This is the little pen pouch with elastic from Hobonichi. I'm surprised how much I love this. It's so simple. This was a gift from my friend Deborah. Obrigada, amiga. It's so cute, and you can just wrap it up around your planner. And I have here the little charm from the Coffee Moncisco. So this is what I'm using basically on a daily basis. And the new planners. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to come and talk about, just to give a little update, some sort of techukaigi type of thing, and what are my plans for next year. I haven't set up my new planners like with the pages and everything. I'll try to come around Christmas, I think, on the break, to share a little more of how it's going, because next week is the last week of November, so it's the last week on the old, let's say, hobonichis. And if you want to move into your hobonichi weeks, you can move December 1st. So I'll be moving. I always do this, and I'll be leaving the one with the bad paper with no remorse. Normally by this time I'm always a little torn, you know, continue to finish the one that I've loved the entire year or moving to a new one that I know I don't love but it's so empty. This year will be so easy to jump into a new one. And yeah, I really hope to be consistent again, because I'm not loving to having all my life spread in so many books. So thank you all for leaving messages, for asking me if I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. It's just life is being a little busy and I've been a little lazy to record a video. Also, I didn't feel like I had anything new or exciting to share because it was a little underwhelming how it turned out for me with my favorite planner. So that's why I didn't post a lot this year. So sorry for that. But I hope that with this video, you could understand where I was at and what I ended up doing. Hopefully I'll be more motivated the next months to share more. And yeah, thank you all for staying here. I hope you have a wonderful end of the year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.